A lot of our viewers probably have some vivid memories of that scary night on April 27, 28, 2011. Gosh, guys, it's been 10 years ago today that we were in the studio, covering these dangerous storms as they developed. Probably the most, memorable, impactful, and tragic weather event that I can remember in my 34 years here at WCYB. And you were all in the studio with the weather team, broadcasting wall to wall. But I'm sure as we look back 10 years later, you can think of some really, memorable experiences during that event.
So incredible. I was 5 months pregnant. I remember being out there checking out the damage the next day, and it was just incredible, the things that had happened to people's homes, the destruction.
And I have a vivid memory of the look on your face when that storm hit this TV station. I knew we were in trouble.
Yeah, I tell you, speaking of how bad it was that night, here's an interesting stat. There were more than 70 tornado warnings that the National Weather Service Morristown issued across East Tennessee, from Chattanooga to the Tri-Cities and Southwest Virginia. We had 4 separate tornado warnings in Bristol, Virginia alone that evening. And one of those storms, when it hailed so badly, the roar of that sound was so bad, so kind of deafening in the studio, we all were looking at each other, not knowing if that was really hail or perhaps a tornado striking.
I remember that vividly. The folks in the control room told us in our ears, we're evacuating, you're on your own. And PJ asked you, Dave, do we need to get under the desk?
Exactly. Here's a clip of that right now. Tremendous amounts of hail the way it sounds right now over top Bristol. I'm not sure if that isn't like strong winds. Wow, that was kind of scary, I'll tell you. And PJ, you kind of had a unique experience. You packed up the gear and you headed out to see how it was kind of influencing or how it was impacting our area that night.
I'd gotten a call from Leslie Earhart that Apple Valley had been hit pretty hard, so we went there, lots of destruction there. Then I got a call from our boss that there's something going on in Glade Spring. So we go roaring up the interstate. We get about a mile from Glade Spring, the exit. Everything stopped. I knew that was the first sign there was something big happening. So we worked our way down the breakdown lane, don't tell anybody, and made it to the exit. And I saw this huge thing on top of the exit. Like, what is that? It was an upside down tractor trailer.
Oh my.
I thought, oh my goodness, what could have done this? So we get out of the car, I walk through the checkpoint, we're the first press there. The first thing we see in the middle of the road was this huge air conditioner. It must have weighed 2,000 pounds. It had blown off the truck stop into the middle of the road. And then there was just destruction everywhere. The gas station, the pumps were flowing with gasoline going everywhere. Very dangerous situation. People were milling around. They had no idea what that hit them. And it was apparent it was something very bad, a tornado.
It really was. I mean, there were a number of communities from, Camp Creek to Deauville to, Glade Spring, as you mentioned right there. And thankfully, an outbreak like that is very rare across our area, but tornadoes do happen every now and then across our area. Severe weather happens multiple times every year, so it's always a good idea to be weather aware and ready to seek shelter during severe weather.